I had to make this video, literally. So I'm gonna keep exposing the fuck out of Florida because this is awful shit, you know. So nobody's doing it like the way I'm doing it. I might as well do it, right? Listen, like I say in other videos, job market is trash here, especially from this end of November to fucking end of late March, I would say. Those are the worst months to be in this state to find a fucking job, especially in the southeast area. That's one of the things, and this is just, none of this is my opinion. These are straight up facts, data-driven, proven, reviews all over the place. Other people have posted, so maybe nobody the way I'm doing it on video. So that's how it goes. So if you coming from the northeast, like I did, big mistake, right? Trying to start from scratch. This is not a state to start from scratch at all. No, is this a bad state? No. This state has good things, a lot of great things to offer, and it's not the worst state by any means. But it's neither the best state for like people sells you the dreams. Like especially for those that come in the north. You just come here temporary because of winter, and then you go back. That's fine. I have no problem with that, you know. But if you come from anywhere, doesn't matter. To start from scratch on a state like this, it's no different than going from scratch starting in Nevada. Fuck, what you're gonna do there? I was there too. Fucking mess. Let me tell you, the best states you have to be to start from scratch. So, how do you answer that then? If you go to the southeast, it's not cheap here in the southeast like that. You might as well stay in Virginia. You might as well stay in Pennsylvania. You might as well stay in New Jersey. You might as well stay in Connecticut. Don't expect to come down here pretending that it's cheap. No, it's not. So then, how do you measure where to you should go? I'm gonna give you a list, and I'm gonna explain why that list is an actual fact, not just opinion. We have Tennessee. So why those states though? You wanna go with a state that has low friction when you start from scratch, from zero, and especially if you start by yourself. Nobody else, no family, no friends, no nothing. Like me, basically. So, and this is funny, because I did a whole research, plus a lot of people, when I was doing rideshare all over New Jersey and New York for 6 long years. A lot of people, oh, go to Florida, Florida this, Florida that, and I researched Florida inside out of that. Even researching it, I didn't come to the things I had to say here. Otherwise, I would not have moved here at all. So, you want to go to a state that is not overpopulated, where the metro is not overpopulated. Any major city that face overpopulation, high competition for employment, right? A lot of traffic, you know. Cities like, for example, I don't know, New York City, New Jersey City, Boston, Chicago. Even though Chicago is, I recommend Chicago, but you gotta know where to go. You know, Chicago it's a little tricky. Chicago is the local New York, I would say. But it's still overcrowded, still overpopulated. You're still competing in a lot of things. It has a lot of friction. Los Angeles, obviously, San Francisco. I mean, if you go to a place like that from zero, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like, you don't go to those places to start anything from scratch. You need to go completely opposite. Go to places that is medium to low population, low friction, right? The government offers plenty of resources. Because not every state receives government assistance the same way to the same degree. Not at all. You have to go to a state that aligns in favor from the government assistance if you need those. So, does everybody need those? No. But if you need those because you have no choice, then you definitely want to be in the right state. So, what else? So, now speaking of those type of services, there's the services that are reliable in different states far more than in other states. So, for example, housing first programs that does not exist here in Florida. If we had, I would have been using it already. So, housing costs, funding programs, all sort of emergency assistance, you know, shelters. Everything here, everything related to that is so unreliable, so slow, so Like it's not something you want to rely on fall for or apply for here in Florida. You must well live will you can, right? Because if you fall that low, you're cooked. The state doesn't care. So you wanna go to a state that if you ever reach that rock bottom, you can find services quickly. You can come back. The comeback has to be fast, has to be quickly, and has to be urgent. That shit does not exist in Florida. However, that exists in plenty states that have cold and winter. And you know, winter benefits you in a lot of things. Despite a lot of people from here in the south thinking that winter is bad, they don't tolerate winter. Bunch of idiots, you know. Winter benefits you more way than you can think. I will explain all that in detail. That's a whole different video. So now, you wanna be in a state that can benefit you in all this. Then you research the state for that, and then you go there. You wanna go to a state that pays living wages, not minimum wage shit. 15 an hour, that doesn't do shit for you. You're not gonna live out of that. You're gonna go to a state that has low taxes below the national average, right? Cost of living below the national average, and has living wages. I'm talking about 20 plus an hour or above. That is where your advantage is. So, winter, the heat, the summer, the sunny, the beach, the beautiful trees, and all the bunch of fake lifestyle rented that you see in Florida, none of that shit benefits you. You don't need none of that. You don't need it. I don't. So, I could not be more direct than this. I could not be. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Now, when does this states like this one becomes good? When you have plenty saving, I'm talking about 10,000 or more safe, stable for more than 6 months, especially in low recessions where nobody's hiring for shit. You have a career alignment or a contract before even coming to the state. You have a business or investment project, the team, the network, the resources, the family, the connections. You have all that, then you come to the state. Although when you reach that, then you don't even need to come to the state. You can make it anywhere. So, I think I clearly... Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something, but yeah. Because, let me tell you something else, for example. It's very slow here. Because not having 4 seasons keeps everything slow. There's always another day. There's always sunny. There's always spring. There's always summer. Who's gonna put urgency, stress on anything? It's always another day. Everything's delayed. Everything's slowed down. People like me, they don't have time for that. We don't operate that way. Florida does. As other states do, also do. You know. You're gonna find out. Research to the teeth what state is for you. The way I have done it, I should have done it. I didn't do it this way. And yeah, it's a big toll because it forces you to leave. Then you're gonna be like, then does that mean I will regret ever being here? Like I will not come back? Not necessarily, but I know it's not the place to start. It's a place to continue after having plenty momentum, plenty results, plenty progress. So there are great states, there are top states to start from scratch. There are top states with the best government services and assistance and loans and whatever for a reason, right? You don't go to a state that people market to you, You go to a state that is the opposite. A boring town can benefit you more ways when you're starting from scratch than you can think. This is not a state that you go there for fun. You go there to pile a lot of money, max out all the resources you can get, right? All the benefits, bam, 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 get shit done fast, raise back up, have plenty of momentum. By then you realize Florida is just a choice. It's not a must. So there you go. If I'm missing anything, let me know. I might have to make up for this is a second video actually. I have to make up for a third video. So later.